Hi everybody, welcome to Art Time Today. I'm Cheryl Smith and I'm going to be showing you how to do a really cool little abstract drawing today. Today's lesson will mostly be toward kindergarten, first grade, second grade. Older kids are more than welcome to try for sure because I think you'll just be able to add more details and more lines. Younger kids even can try too, because we're going to be focusing on shapes today. Circles, squares, triangles, maybe a rectangle, and you can draw whichever shapes you want to draw. The artwork when we finish will look sort of like this. This is one that I did, and I have circles and rectangles and a little square, and this is a triangle right here, and then there's some other shapes in between. So you're going to be able to draw and make a super cool abstract drawing. Abstract means it doesn't look like anything special. It's just lines and shapes and colors. You're going to need a piece of paper. It can be this size, or it could be even smaller. It could be one of these sizes, which is fine. You're also going to want a marker or two. A few to color in would be nice. Crayons will also work to color in your spaces. That's fine. But you're going to want to draw with a marker if you have one. It'll show the best. So I'm going to start out with a piece of paper that's this size, and I'm going to fold it. Now, if you don't have a grown-up nearby and your paper folds not perfect, it's okay. It's not going to make any difference. You're going to still end up with a super, super cool drawing. So I'm going to fold it. I'm going to hold it tight when I match my corners. Hold it tight, lay it down, and then press the crease so you end up with a nice fold. Even if it's a little off center, it's fine. It'll still work. So then what you're going to do is you're going to use a marker and we're going to draw some shapes. So I'm going to take my piece of paper that I just folded and I'm going to draw some shapes. You want to draw the shapes on just the folded half, not on the big paper, not on the whole big, just on one part. So let's draw three shapes. I'm going to start with a circle. I'm going to add a triangle. Uh-oh. Does that make a triangle? No, it didn't so much. So luckily, I have my other piece of paper. So I'm going to take this one down. Whoopsies. There we go. There we go. So take your piece of paper. I was trying to kind of draw upside down. It doesn't work that great. So I'm going to put my paper back up here. Make sure you're doing just the half size. Let me put my circle back here. And now I'm going to try to draw a triangle. I'm going to do it straight line, and one straight line. I think that'll come out better. Oh, whew, much, much better. And then you have room for maybe a rectangle or a square, whichever one you want. I think I'm going to put a rectangle right in here. It's okay if your shapes touch each other, and it's okay if they don't. That's whatever your art wants to be, because you're the artist. Remember, I'm going to say that 100 times. So get your shapes on there. I think I have room for one more little square. And let me try to do the square, because you want 4 equal sides. Once you get your shapes on, we're going to make them connect. So I'm going to touch one square to the rectangle to the circle, and I'm going to connect the square to the circle. I'm going to connect the triangle to the square. I'm going to connect a triangle to the outside. And maybe I'm going to connect the rectangle to the edge. and maybe I'll connect the circle to the top. Any way you want to do that. Do little connection lines, and so they're all kind of interconnected, so they're all kind of touching. It looks super cool. The next thing we're going to do is we have to figure out a way to get these shapes over on this side. You can see how this was. Let me show you this. So here is this. This is what we just drew. We drew a circle, a triangle, a rectangle, and a square. And then there ends up being spaces in between that's super cool. So what we're going to do is you're going to need to find a window or a glass door in your house, and you're going to take your artwork over to the window so you can see through your picture. I'll see you at the window. Hi, so I found a window. This is actually a door with a window in it. It's pretty cool. And I'm going to try to get this drawn on this side. So what you want to do is take the drawing that you just did and push it against the glass. So you put the drawing part that you just made, where you did your marker circle, rectangle, square, and triangle, and put that side right against the glass. Then you can see right through your paper. And very, very carefully, you're going to trace around. This is my circle first. Then here's my square. Here's my triangle. Here's my rectangle. And then you need to do your connection lines. So I have a connection line here and here. And I know I'm going pretty fast, but you can catch up or just put me on pause. And I think those are all the connection lines we need. So when you open it, you have one circle from the first time we drew it, and now you have one that matches. You have the two squares, two rectangles, and two triangles. So this is the piece of artwork now that we are going to color in. So I'm going to go back to my art wall and have all my markers ready, and I'm going to color in some of the spaces. I'm back at my art wall. I'm going to hang up the picture that I took down so we can look at it and get a good idea about what we're trying to draw here. So when we start coloring, it's going to be very, very important that you think about your shape on one side and the shape on the other side. We want to color it the same color if we can. So I'm going to put my picture that we just did up high here. I'm going to cap up the marker I've been using because I'm going to pick new colors. When you cap it, snap it so it holds that nice marker juice inside. Next, I'm going to get my markers and I'm going to color in. I'm going to pick a red to color in a couple of spaces. So I'm going to color my squares. When you get ready to color, you can use crayons to color in if you want to. That works out perfectly fine. So I'm going to color in. I'm going to color using the fat side of this marker and kind of just fill it with stripes so that it fills the space. I'm going to do this one now. Stripe, stripe, stripe all the way down. And it fills it in nicely. But because I did this one red, I want to do this one red. Now I will color in the two rectangles. I think I'm going to choose green. And because I've got two, I want to color this one green and this one green. And so I'll color those in by making the long stripes. I can go up and down with my laying the marker partway down. If you don't smash the points, you have a nice wide side on your marker. And I can color that. nicely so you can see what I'm talking about. You can even fill in the triangles or any of the space around the edge if you want. I'm going to go ahead and do one more space. I'm going to color inside the circles a light blue. So I'm going to still do stripes because I can fill it in a little bit faster. So I'll fill that in. But if I do this circle blue, I want to do my other circle blue. That will make this picture look the same on both sides. There's a fancy word in math and art. It's called symmetry. So what we have made is a picture that has symmetry. It's the same on both sides. It's really pretty cool. Now you can finish any way you want. You can add stripes or polka dots in one space if you want to. You can put polka dots over here if you choose to do that. Where do you think the polka dots need to be? Where else would the polka dots have to go? If I polka dot in my triangle over here, where would the polka dots go? Where would they go? The other triangle, of course. So I'm going to make some polka dots. These are actually little circles that I'm making. And I want to kind of make them the way I made the first ones. It's not exactly the same, but it's pretty close. But you can decorate and make your artwork any way you want it to be. So until next time, I hope you have a great day, enjoy being home, and always make time for art time. See you next time. Bye-bye.